Hello families, hello boys and girls. Today I want to show you how to get into your ThinkCentral math account and just give you some tips and show you some of the wonderful features that this has. So the first thing that I want to show you is that I made an easy access for you to get to the second grade websites. If you just look for Selena Mansour Weebly, you'll find our class page, but you can see up here is the URL. And at the top of our class page, it says websites and links, which will take you to this page here. Then you're going to click on Think Central. At this point, you're going to come to a login page. For country, you need to have it say United States. State, you're going to select Illinois. District, you're going to search for East Prairie. It's easier to just press the E, E, and then scroll down. You want to make sure that you're selecting East Prairie School, District 73, Skokie 60076, East Prairie Elementary School. You can click Remember My School if you're doing this at home and you think that you are going to keep using this. Then your child will type in their username, which I will be giving them. For now, I'm going to use a demo account that I made to show you. And then you type in the password, which again, I will give to your child, and you click Login. Then your child's home page looks like this. If I've given a specific assignment, and I think I have one in here as an example, they'll click under Things to Do, and there will be an assignment given to them. I put one in now just to kind of give an example so you could see what it looks like. And then when they click on it, it tells them when it's due. And they click on it and it brings them right to that assignment. And this is a reader, which I'll show you this in just a couple minutes. So we want to actually go, though, I want to take you back to here, the start page, because this is what I really want to show you. I don't even want you to worry about my scores because I can tell you I'm not doing anything with that currently, and I'm not sure if I will. What is most important is this feature, My Library. So when you click on this, you're going to have all sorts of things that you can click on. The things that your child will be using mostly are the Math Activity Center. It says Math Activity Center for Student. You might use Parents Place. I will show you this feature as well. And then if your child ever loses their homework sheet, you can actually click here, Homework and Remembering Grade 2 Student. These are the sheets that they have for homework if they're absent or they don't have the, they lost the paper. They can get it from here. And then Student Activity Book, these are actually the pages that they're working on in class with us. And you'll see you have 2 links for that here. We're not doing anything here with Osmo. There are some games in Mega Math that you can use and some other features. I haven't had an opportunity to explore them yet. And I could not get rid of this. This is the old book, so please do not worry about that at all. But we'll just kind of focus on these. And I apologize, but there's no way for me to organize or sort this to change it. So this is just how the screen comes up. Parents, first I'm going to show you the Parents Place. So when you click on that, you're going to find second grade. And you're in Parents Place. What you have here, there's an e-glossary. So I know that there's a lot of vocabulary that's new to you that you might not have learned when you were in school. For example, equation chain. So if you see that on your child's homework, you can just click on E for equation chain. And it gives you an example. It will also read it. So if your child is having a hard time reading the words or needs a little extra support,
equation chain,
you just click on that sound button and it will read it to you. So that was one thing that I wanted to show you to help you with some of those new terms that you might not be familiar with. The unit overview, if you want, is a place where you can look to see what your child will be learning during the current unit. You always get the family letter at the start of each unit, but this just breaks down the skills a little bit more for you. So if you're interested, you would click on Unit 1. This unit that we're currently doing is addition and subtraction within 20. It gives you information of what the children learned in first grade, so you can see how it connects to second grade, and then what they will be doing when they get to third grade. And it goes through each of these goals. You'll see down here where there's a green, blue, and then yellow box. Where it says green, these are the major learning goals for second grade. So in some of the skills or the standards might just be introduced or a little additional bonus. But where you see the green boxes, those are the major goals that we want your children to be able to accomplish at the completion of the unit. Going back to Parents' Place overview. So we looked at the glossary, the overview, multilingual family letters. If you speak another language at home, or you are literate and read in another language, or a family member does and you want them to be able to support your child as well, when you click here, we have Vietnamese, Filipino, traditional Chinese, Hmong, Korean, Arabic, Spanish, and English family letters. So for example, if you speak Spanish at home, it gives the family letters for all of the units. So if you are a home with 2 languages, dual languages, 2 or 3 languages, you can come to this space for information and support in your language. And I just want to show you, and again, because I don't speak all of these languages, I'm not sure of the accuracy of them, but this was a new feature, and so hopefully it's something that you will find helpful and will be able to use to help you and your child. We go back to grade 2. This is research and background for the unit. Again, this just explains to you what your child will be learning and gives you information on some of the mistakes that they might make, what they developmentally might be thinking in order to help so that you can help your child. Gives explanations about the different types of problems, so you can see some of the ways and the strategies that we are teaching your children this year in school. And again, since this is so different from the way that we learned when we were in school, I'm hoping you'll find some of this information helpful to you. And if you go to problem types, this I really wanted to show you. Your child actually has this in his or her math book as well, but the problem types, it gives an example, is the word problem that they have and add to or take from is, and they give different examples of each one. So in this case, the result, the answer is unknown. In this one, the change, the middle part of the problem is unknown. And in this problem, the start is unknown. So this can kind of help you so that when you're working on some of those challenging word problems with your child, hopefully you can find this helpful. And you can see the different types of drawings that they might use when it asks for them to show a drawing. These are comparison problems. And I don't think I mentioned these, put together and take apart. So again, and what I tell the children too is that in math, there's always more than one way to solve most problems. So if this doesn't work for them and there's another strategy that does, that's fine. What's important though is that they're able to show their learning and be able to explain and demonstrate how they solved a problem and not just give the answer. And that's the part that can be a little tricky for second graders. Okay, so now I'm going to go out of Parents' Place and back to your child's homepage. This is the section that I think they're going to have the most fun with, is this Math Activity Center. So in here, there are math readers. So please don't go ahead because we're not in the other unit, so they may not have learned those skills yet. But if you click on Unit 1, it gives a book, and you can click for them to read the audio.
Game Time by Ricky Santos. Illustrated by Joe Cepeda.
And it's a book.
It was almost time for the big game. Ben and Bonnie were laying out shin guards for the...
So it's a book that gives word problems in real life, so the children can read it. And then they need to read, think, and write. So it stops every couple minutes, and it gives them a real-life math problem that they can solve. I'm going to be trying to do some of these in class where they'll work on these problems in their math notebooks. However, they can certainly reread the books at home with you. I think it might be kind of fun. So that's one part of it. Let me see if I can go back to... Okay, I'm going to have to just log out here, back to the Activity Center. So those were the math readers. Fluency practice. It tells you would add or subtract, and these are just fluency practice. So they would type in the answer. They can check the answer to see if they're correct, and then go to the next one. So I'm going to get this one wrong on purpose so you can see what happens. And it tells you to try again. So this is just some basic fact practice that they can do. Then they can go to games. And there's this game called Poggles Mix. I'm going to show the children how to use this as well. But this is very user-friendly. And so the first part of it, when you click here, is actually a tutorial. And again, it will show them what to do, and then there's sound that they can click on it as well. Okay, log out. The other part here, there is lesson practice. So if you click on the lesson, like today we're going to be working on lesson 11, it gives a practice sheet. The lesson checks. This was really cool. So I really thought this was really helpful and an awesome addition to the new math program. So you choose the lesson that your child is on, and what it does is it can read it to them.
Complete the equation. Solve the problem.
Okay. And you just click, they just need to click here for each step. And what it does is it works through the problem with them so they can work on this on a tablet or your computer. And I just want to show you right now we're in if you look at the example, this really breaks it down step by step, or this breaks it down for them. And then if you click here, this kind of shortens it. So it tells you step 1 out of 4. You do each step, check to make sure it's right, and then you click next and you go to the next step for that same one problem. The purpose of doing this would be if your child needs a little extra support, or if you are wondering, oh my goodness, what are they doing in math? This is so different from what I ever learned when I was in school. This can really help you and support you. You can work on it with your child to kind of show you how to do some of these problems. And then it just gives 3 different types of problems to go along with an example of some of the things that we were doing in class. And so the textbook page, it actually gives an additional practice sheet that you can use. And then you can also print this out as well if you need to. But with the online component, save the paper and you can take a look at this. But see, it gives you information to help you and help support your child. I really hope that you find this valuable and will use these wonderful tools with your children at home to help them and to help you. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thanks a lot.